This game certainly wins one award, and that's for the most generic name ever. I'm not sure if that's intentional or not, but let's look at whether the game itself is worthy of any awards or not. Super Puzzle Platformer is Tetris, except you're running and jumping your player through the bricks. And the bricks are all single squares. And there's special bricks. And rows don't collapse, you shoot them. So really, it's nothing like Tetris. The gameplay loop has you dodging incoming blocks from above and making surprisingly strategic decisions on which clusters of blocks to shoot up. Blocks with equal color form clusters that you can wipe out in one blow. But if you destroy too much, you make your own life harder by exposing the spikes underneath. And destroyed blocks turn into coins which you still need to pick up, so you also need to consider how you're going to get your hard-earned cash. Destroy blocks that are out of reach, and you're not going to get anything from it. It took me a couple of runs to realize just how important that strategic effect is, and that always just shooting every large and oh so tempting cluster of blocks was not the way to go. But now that I understand that, I very much enjoy the depth of the decisions and that you always seem to get just enough time to think about them. Not too much, which would slow the game down and remove the quick rushes of adrenaline and panic moments completely, but also not too little, which would be frustrating and unfair. And there is a therapeutic almost / Skinner box release of endorphins that you get from collecting the sparkly coins, the sound effects, the big combo multipliers, the big treasure chest that actually pause the game for a second to pop up. And even just the shooting at large clusters that take a while to destroy reminds me in a weird way of Minecraft, when you're hacking down trees and slashing your pick against stone for a while until whatever you're harvesting breaks off into valuable resources. All that feels really good. The main complaint that I have with the game is that there are definitely situations in which the randomness of where what bricks in what color drop can really screw you over in an unfair way. It happens less and less the more I take that issue into consideration while playing, so you can definitely plan around it, play around it to a certain degree. But I've had situations where special spike or saw blocks that are really deadly have just dropped to the left and then immediately to the right of me, or where I just needed any block, to drop in one spot so I could get over to somewhere, and for an eternity it seemed the blocks were just going everywhere but that one place. So those moments are frustrating because you have no control over what's happening. The good news is that this, especially when you try your best to prepare for those middle finger moments from whoever keeps dropping those goddamn bricks on you, is not enough to keep me from constantly wanting to go back to the game. It hurts the fun of it, but it doesn't kill it. And that's what it ultimately boils down to, an endless high score game where you really only ever have to score better and better to unlock more characters with abilities. The ninja is my absolute favorite for now, by the way, and more stages with harder special blocks. I mean, such a game has to be so much fun that you want to return to it and do the same stuff over and over. Every run will be the same for a good while initially when you're better, and it just can't get boring. So a game that I played that for me personally completely failed to achieve that was Luftrausers, unfortunately. Same idea, no designed levels, just endless mode. But after a couple of runs, I just wasn't into it. There was just so much frustration at the enemies and too much slowdown initially that I needed to bore myself through essentially every run. A Super Puzzle Platformer does not suffer from that issue. And that is the reason why I think Super Puzzle Platformer is ultimately an incredible and very well designed game that I would heartily recommend to anybody. Until next time, my name is Ben Nihil, and bye bye.